Hello, listeners. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the program Family Circle with Esther Usetim, your host. That's the family builder. I'm the family builder, actually. Okay, I know some of you will be asking, why is my mood like this? It is well. We are still morning. Okay, for those of us joining for the very first time, Family Circle is a program where we talk about values, cultural, and family development, irrespective of our religion or ethnic group. That's what Family Circle stands for. That's what Family Circle is all about. I'm live on Facebook. Those of you that want to join, connect via Facebook. I'm live on Facebook. You can connect via the handle ITV Radio Abuja. ITV Radio Abuja. You know, last Thursday, that's on Thursday to be precise, we had technical inch on this Facebook thing, and we couldn't finish. We started live on Facebook, but we couldn't finish on Facebook. So we're really sorry for that. There was no opportunity for me to apologize or to say what actually was going on. For those of you connecting, please do like the page and share the link. I keep saying it, share the link. You never can tell who you'll be helping by sharing this link. I keep saying it over and over again. Share the link. You might be sharing that link to avert a calamity or a disaster that is about to happen or that is supposed to happen. You never can tell. Be your neighbor's keeper. Share the link. Share the link, like and comment. Comment if I'm talking to you, or I'm talking about you, or I'm saying something that is connected to you or to someone you know. Please comment. It will go a long way if you do that. Just comment. Okay, today I have a very important message to pass. I've treated this topic, for those of you following me, I've treated domestic violence. I have treated that topic. I took 1 full week to treat this topic. That's about 2 months ago. For those of you following me, I've treated this topic, but there's need for me to bring it up again because of the issue we had that's last week. Let me just use that word. Issue we had last week about 2 families that their husbands, their spouse actually murdered them. Yes, about 2 families. So there's need for me to bring up this topic again and again. It can never be overemphasized. It can never be overemphasized. If there's need for us to keep saying it, if there's need for me to keep saying it once a week, I will do it, just to save a life and to avert some kind of calamity that would have happened. Because that is the essence of we talk to someone, maybe a technician, to see if we can resolve it. Maybe it's from the phone or the network, I wouldn't know. Okay, we are back on Facebook. For those of you that want to join again, like I said, you can connect via ITV Radio Abuja. That's the handle to connect. Thank you so much to my esteemed listeners via the airwaves. I'm really grateful. You are so important, and we value you. We value your time. We value every contribution you are contributing or giving to this platform. We value you. I'm telling you, you might not know, but you are really valued. You're valued. Thank you so much. I call them my community members because we are trying to form a community of sane people. If we can do that, we can transfer it outside. That is the essence of this platform. Family Circle is not your usual kind of program on the airwaves. It's a different platform where we enlighten people on the truth, on how to go about it. Wisdom, you can't know it all. You can't know it all. We learn each day. Every day by day we learn. We unlearn those things that are not true to learn what is actually true. Now, I'll be talking about domestic violence in marriage. Domestic violence in marriage. I think that's what has been trending for the past 2 to 3 days now. That's what has been trending, and it's high time we voice out. Enough of the keeping quiet. Enough of the, I don't know what the community will say. I don't know what the society will see me as. I don't know what the society will say. Enough of that. If I said it last month when I was talking about child abuse, if you are actually a follower of this platform, you should know that I actually said this. I said, if you're seeing your neighbor doing something wrong, I was actually talking about child abuse, and you're seeing your neighbor maltreating a child or maltreating someone that is not their children or their child, please raise an alarm. It's not an offense for you to do that. You are actually trying to save a life. You are being a patriotic Nigerian. You're trying to be a patriotic Nigerian by doing that. Raise an alarm. Okay, let's go further. I will open phone lines very early today because I would love to hear your opinion on this particular topic that I'm about to share today. Now, what is domestic violence? Domestic violence is an aggressive behavior within the home, typically involving the violent abuse of a spouse or partner. If that is it, involving that is a violent abuse of a spouse or a partner. Now, domestic violence stems from a desire to gain and maintain power and control over an intimate partner. It's a strive to gain power and control over an intimate partner. Now, I will list out some abuses that I know, that's types of violence. I will list out few types of violence, then we'll go further. I might not list all. There are so many kinds of violence, but I will list out few of them. Now, one is physical violence. Physical violence, which is the common one, occurs when someone uses a part of their body or an object to control a person's action. That's physical violence. You either use a part of your body, your leg, your hand, or an object on another person. That's being physical on that person. You're being physical on that person. Now we have sexual violence. We have sexual violence. Yeah, there are some partners who abuses their partner sexually. They abuse their partner. Now we have emotional violence. That one is another one. You abuse them emotionally. You are not punching them, but emotionally you are abusing them. You are abusing them emotionally. That one works from within. It works from inside. Now we have physiological violence. That's their mental state. And we also have spiritual violence. Yes, maybe you're abusing them via their religion. You never can tell. That one is also an abuse. Now, domestic violence victimization includes physical, sexual, and physiological harm by an abuser. The difference between normal conflicts and domestic violence, they are different. They are two different things. Please, let's get it straight. They are two different things. We can't compare the two together. We can't. It's two different. It's way apart. And the difference between normal conflict and domestic violence is that conflict is part of every intimate relationship. That's why conflict resolution skills are important. Now, while domestic violence, however it may be, has no place in a healthy relationship, whether the couple is dating, cohabiting, engaged, or married. Whichever way, whichever one, it has no place. It has no place. I sometimes wonder, when I see some ladies these days, you're not married to a man. He doesn't even know your family members. He doesn't know the way to your family home. And you are cohabiting together. And he punches you like there's no tomorrow. and you are staying put in that relationship. He's not married to you yet. He has not done anything on you. He doesn't even know who your family are. You are just cohabiting together. You're staying with him together. You're staying with him in the same house. And he punches you like there's no tomorrow. And you are okay. You are seated where you are. You're okay. You are doing the wrong thing. You are actually endangering your life. You're doing the very wrong thing. Now, domestic violence is any kind of behavior that a person uses or threatens to use to control an intimate partner. I will take this again. Now, domestic violence is any kind of behavior that a person uses or threatens to use to control an intimate partner. The two key elements are threats and control. That's the two key elements, threats and control. They just want to have dominion over you. They want to have full control, total control over that person, over that partner of theirs. Now, domestic violence can take various forms, different forms. It may not come the way another person may assume it to come. It may not come that way, but they are all in the same category. Now, note, women are the major victim of domestic violence. Women are the major, I've done my research, women are the major victim of domestic violence. Although some men are also victims of domestic violence. There are some men that their wives beat. They practically beat them to stupor. There are some men like that. But the majority is from the women. The men are just few. Majority is from the women. And most of those women are helpless. Most of them are helpless, completely helpless. Now, why I will give reasons why most women that are married, that's legally married, legalized in their husband's house, why most of them don't want to leave, why most of them are still reluctant to leave that abusive relationship. I'll give reasons why. Women often stay with their abusive husband. Women actually stays with their abusers because of fear. They stay with their abusive husband because of fear. They are afraid that the abuser will become more violent if they try to leave. Some fear that they will lose their children. This is the major aspect. Some of them that have kids, they are scared that if they ever leave or if they ever show any sign of leaving, they are going to lose their children. But I can tell you something. It's not true. We have laws that can help you gain your children back. All you need to do is to go and make appeal. Yes. We have laws that can help you gain back your children. I am telling you categorically, we've helped people not one, not twice, not thrice. I personally, I think last 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, I was going to my son's school. They were supposed to have a shopping date because they had finished their exams. So they picked a day to go for shopping, all the pupils to go for shopping, to shop. Parents are supposed to give them money. And I was on my way there to drop him in school because the school bus wasn't going to drop him because they are done with their exams. And I saw a lady, I'm telling you a life story. I don't know if that lady will be listening to me right now. I don't know if she'll be listening to me right now. I saw a lady seated by the school fence. This lady was practically crying in the public, crying, uncontrollable. So when she saw me, as like passing her side, she just pretended like she was okay. But me being very observant, because that's me, if I pass an environment, except if I'm not interested in anything there, I observed that this lady's eyes were very reddish. I knew it. And I passed. I went to drop my son. I was trying to come out, just close to the school gate. And then I approached her. I asked her, I said, what is the problem? She greeted me. What is the problem? Do you know, immediately I asked her that question, it's like she was just sitting there waiting for someone to talk to. She burst into another segment of tears. Uncontrolled. I couldn't even control her. I had to give her like 10 to 12 minutes to cry out herself first before she answered me. What did she tell me? That the husband punches her, beats her at will. At will. She decided, one day he just decided to rent an apartment, came and packed all the properties, leaving her alone in the apartment, knowing fully well that the rent was due. Packed, carried her 2 kids. She has a boy and a girl. I don't know if she's listening to me right now, but I pray and I hope she's listening to me right now so that she can call and contribute and say she's the one. I just hope she's listening to me right now. I don't want to mention her name, but hopefully she might be listening to me so she can call into this program. Then I further asked her questions. Why was she crying? She brought some snacks to give to her children, the 2 kids in the school. And the husband vehemently told the school authorities never to allow her have access to her kids, never to accept anything from her. That she actually wants to kill the children. Children, I think the son should be around 6 years or 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. And I keep wondering. I asked her, I said, what do you want? She said she wants her kids back. That's what she wants. And I told her I was going to help her. I told her there that I was going to help her to collect back her children. No one has the right to take a child except if the law gives custody to that person. At least this country we are in, their laws are still active. All you need to do is to go and get a lawyer. Yes. And prove that this person cannot take custody of the child because of this, and this. And if the law finds it very important to give you a kid, because the other child, the little girl, is still little, that still needs her mom. She still needs the mom care. She still needs her mom around her. Say no to domestic violence. I will not take it. Honestly speaking, it's better. I don't support divorce. I don't. But it is better to be alive, separate from the man. You can leave him. Go and stay with either your family member, or if you have money to rent an apartment, go and rent an apartment and stay. As you are there, you can still be praying, sending prayers over to your family, over to your husband, believing God that he will change. But you cannot stay in the same place, in the same house with a violent partner. You never can tell what will happen at the slightest minutes. You never can tell. The devil is looking for people, looking for avenues to strike. You never can tell. It's better for one to be alive and separated from the husband or the wife than to be dead. We have only one life to live. Only one life. That children you are trying to protect their interests by saying you don't want to leave because of your children. What if death occurs? Who will now take care of those kids? Why can't you be alive first and fight for the custody of your children while you are alive? Leave the apartment. Leave that area. Leave that vicinity. You never can tell. See, a violent partner can do and undo. A violent partner, someone that is violent, someone that is a human beater, someone that beats a woman, it can do and undo. If you go to prison today, I have done my research. Most Most women that are in prison today, you can go to Kuje prison. If you think I'm lying, go and verify. Go and do your verification. Most women, female prisoners today are there because of their partner's issues. Some of them, in the process of trying to protect themselves from an abusive man, they hit him in the wrong place and he ended up dying. What will happen next? They will be sentenced to prison. So it's a two-way thing. If you are not dead, you might be killing someone. So instead of you involving yourself in any of this, why not just leave? Separation. Leave first of all. Even if you don't want to go for a divorce, you still want your home. Why can't you just go to somewhere else and be praying and be handing him over to God while you are still alive? Okay, let's go further. Let's go further. Okay, some fear that they will lose their children, while many believe that they cannot make it on their own. Some women believe they cannot make it on their own without their partner. Who told you that? Were you not living before he met you? Who told you that you cannot make it without that man? Who told you you cannot make it without that woman? Especially those women beating up their husband. See, some men own is different, because some men, it will get to a point, the men, you just see them, they will disappear, they will vanish. Some men can even leave their bags, leave their luggage and run and leave that woman. What about women? Some women are helpless. Some women, have you not heard of men that left? I know people. Even during the course of this program, I know about 4 people that have called me and told me that their husband just vanished into thin air. They don't know his whereabouts. He left the kids, left everything. Yes, some men do it. But you see, women love from their hearts. They love from their heart. They don't love from their head, oh. They love from, and if a woman loves a man, she can do anything to protect that man. Even when that man is killing her, she can do anything to protect that man, to make the society see that man as a saint. That is women for you. They love from their heart. They don't love from their head. Some abused women believe that their abuse is their fault. They believe, some women, they believe, some righteous women, some women that say they just want to leave their family. They don't have any trace of divorce or anything, separation. Some of them feel that they are the ones that are the cause of that domestic violence. They believe they are the cause of that problem. Some of them believe so. And sometimes they want to act differently. They want to see if they can act differently, if they can protect their marriage. Now, some can't admit that they are abused, while others feel pressured, pressure to stay in that relationship. There are some that even if you talk to the family members will tell you that in our family, we don't have any divorce pattern. We don't have any divorce trace. So please stay and make your home work. Please stay. All those things are this. You see, this era is not like those days. Oh. The things that are happening now is because we are even in social media. There are some persons who their partners have killed. Nobody knows how they died. And their partners are walking freely in the society. Nothing has happened to them. Nothing. They went scot-free. There are some women that died as a result of beating, punching, and nobody knew about it. Nobody. The man is just a free bird. But they are gone. The kids they are trying to protect are there without mother. Maybe another woman will just come and treat them anyhow. Now, abused women often feel they are alone. They often feel they are alone and have nowhere to turn for help. Now, this is where I will emphasize more, especially as regards family members. Now, if you are someone that has a relation who you've heard maybe by stroke of chance or by rumor, you heard that she is in an abusive relationship and you are quiet. You did not go there to draw her out of that home. You are quiet. Anything that happened, you might blame yourself. This situation that happened just last week, so many people are blaming themselves for not taking action. So many people will not forgive themselves in a very long while. Especially those people that were aware, they were properly informed about this, and they did not take any measures, they did not take any step to avert this kind of issue. It is so easy to say RIP to someone. It's so very easy. But sometimes we would have that opportunity to avert it, but there will not be anybody saying it out. Like I usually say, it is not an offense if you go and report to the police. You are only being a good citizen by doing that. It is never an offense. If you see something in your environment, if you see something in your neighborhood, if you see something in your society that is bad and you did not report, that's not nice. You're not being your neighbor's keeper. There is no crime in you going to the police to make complaints that, please, I suspect this and this. Let the police go and investigate. It might be that during that investigation, the truth will come out. You never can tell. I keep saying it. You see, outside there in the foreign world, you see them. 911 is an easy thing. Any little thing, they are calling 911. Anything they see within their neighborhood, whether it doesn't even warrant 911, they will call 911. That is it. That is the mentality I want us to have in this country. The police is there for everyone. There is no harm in you calling. Now we have police emergency numbers that if you call them, immediately they will answer you. In this country, Nigeria, yes. Immediately they will answer you. They'll send response team. Immediately. We have it in this country. If you call them immediately, they will respond immediately. They will call you back. They will ask you what the problem is. They will ask you for full details and description or address. In this country. So if you don't want to be known, you just want to be anonymous, you just want to make complaint about maybe your neighbor about something. Yeah, they have an app. They have police right now have an app. All you need to do is to download the app on your phone. Any emergency, you call them, immediately they will respond. In this country, anything you see that is wrong, please, don't close your mouth. Don't close your mouth. Abusive men come from all walks of life. They come from, it is not written on their forehead that I am an abusive man. It is not written on their forehead. They come from all walks of life. They may be successful in their career or business and respected in their various places of worship. Various places of worship, they will be so respected. You will see them like holier than thou. It's not written on their head. And community, various places of worship and community, they are respected. Abusive men often share some common characteristics. They tend to be jealous. This jealousy is number one key. They tend to be possessive and easily angered. Many abusive men believe that women are inferior. They believe that men are meant to dominate and control the women. See, that's a lie. That's a very big lie. Any man that cannot stand the success of his wife, any man that cannot stand the success of his wife, he's, I don't know the right word, but I don't want to use a foul language on air. But that man shouldn't be called a man. You should be proud that your wife is making it out there. You should be proud. After all, the woman is bearing your name. If they are mentioning her, they are mentioning her husband's name also. You should be proud that that woman is married to you. Your shoulders should be up and not being jealous and not being controlling. Why? Why will you be jealous of your wife? Why will you be jealous of a woman you married? You are supposed to be a caretaker of this woman. Her father handed her over to you as a caretaker. You're supposed to care for her and not kill her or beat her up. I'll be opening phone lines for listeners and also viewers via the Facebook to call in. I've even taken much of my time. The number to call in is 09047671338. That's the number to call in. 09047671338. You see, this issue has gone beyond keeping quiet. Those women are somebody's sister. They are somebody's brother, daughter. I have a first caller in the studio. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good evening, sir. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Michael, I'm calling from
Go on, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so it's not contribution anyway. It's painful someone has died. But to me, I believe this thing that comes to
Hello? Do call back. I'm not really hearing what you're saying. I think it's network. The number to call in again is 09047671338. Please, if you're calling me, go straight to the point, nail it, and off we go so I can receive as much call as possible. I'll call the number. Okay, I have another caller in the studio. Hello, good evening.
good evening, guys. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Please, can you turn down the volume of your radio set?
Okay. I've heard all what you said. You're a good preacher. I have something to contribute.
Okay, go on.
My name is Andy, calling from Durumi.
Okay, go on, sir.
Yeah, you know, some women are naturally stubborn, and if the man you marry such a person, if you don't have wisdom and understanding, you continue having problems with that kind of a woman.
Hello? I don't know what the issue is, but sorry, I have to come in here. If a woman is stubborn, it doesn't warrant you, it doesn't give any man the right to beat her up. Yes. If a woman is stubborn and you feel she's giving you headache, please, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to involve her parents. If she has family members, you call them and inform them of her attitude. If her attitude is making you uncomfortable, what are you supposed to do? To save yourself the stress. Because whoever kills is expected to be sentenced to prison. That is the truth. Because you can't kill somebody and you'll be expected to be left. You'll be expected to be free and be moving around the society like a free man. No. It's a sin. And our law forbids killing. You can't take a life because you are not, you can't give a life, so you can't take it. There is nothing on earth that a woman would do to you that will warrant you to raise your hands on her, knowing fully well that that woman is not your child. She is someone else's child. You are only a caretaker of that woman. So if she's being difficult, if she's being tough on you, what are you supposed to do? See, you know, I keep saying this on my program. And people keep laughing, but it's a serious thing. If your wife is giving you stress, please tell her to go on a vacation. Send her to her parents' house. Let her go there. Make complaints to her parents. Let the parents talk to her. Talk sense into her. And if they do talk sense into her, if she comes back and she didn't change, please opt for separation. Instead of you to be tagged a killer, opt for separation. It might not be divorce immediately. Let her go somewhere else and cool off. In that process, she will think of her life. She will examine herself. She will now know if she's supposed to make adjustments. But nobody has any right to beat up another person. No woman has a right to beat up her husband. No husband has a right to beat up his wife. Nobody. That man is not your child. That woman is not your child. You're only a caretaker. If she's misbehaving and you cannot take it, you've spoken to her, she's not taking correction, call her family members. If your wife, I say the solution to an environment that is so hot, a very hot environment, maybe your wife is nagging, your wife is calling you names and the rest of it, take a walk as a man. Wear your shirts, take a walk, take a stroll. Allow that woman, if she's alone in that house, nobody will be there for her to be nagging on or to be complaining or insulting. Take a walk. Go and clear your head. Don't stay in that environment that is hot, because if you are there, if you're hearing all the things she's saying, women are practical talkers. Women talk a lot. They talk for a living. That is how they are. They talk. That is why from the beginning, the serpent chose to talk to Eve, because he knows that she talks a lot. Her nature is to talk. That is a woman's nature. They are known for talking. That was why the serpent engaged in conversation with Eve. He knew that if he goes to Adam, Adam will not listen to him. So he went for Eve, and she fell. That is it. So the high time men know this, the better. So you will know how to follow your wife, know how to win her over. There is no excuse. Because this caller now is trying to tell me that some women are stubborn. No matter how stubborn she may be. No matter how stubborn she may be, that doesn't give you the right, the impetus, the audacity to lay your hands on her. Women, it is a crime for your husband to beat you. If a husband does that, all you need to do is to call the police. Report him. Report him. Don't stay in an abusive relationship. If a woman beats her husband up, the society will laugh at that man, because they will say, "You look at you, you are a woman beater. What are you supposed to do?" Leave the marriage. Opt for separation. Because the man's own is even different. The society actually will laugh at him, knowing fully well that he is supposed to be the head of the house, and he allows a woman to beat him up. So what are you supposed to do? To hide your head in shame? Just opt for separation. Some men do it. You just see some men who elope. they will just move. The wife doesn't know where they are. The children doesn't know where they are. Because they want their sanity to be intact. Because they want to save themselves that stress. But most women will not want to go, especially when kids are involved. But that is not an excuse. Please. The phone line to call is 09047671338. The topic today is domestic violence in marriage. Domestic violence in marriage. Call me, let me know what your opinion is. Call me. I know some persons will be waiting for me to share my personal line so that they can start telling me. I know how many people have called me. He beats me up. Some of them, the man have not even done proper thing on their head. Now, let me correct this impression. That you're married to a woman and that you paid her bride price doesn't mean that you have bought her off from her family. How much did you actually pay for her bride price? How much do you think that woman is worth? Is she worth that money you paid as bride price? Now, ladies, listen to me and listen to me well. You are not a furniture that a man paid a dime on you, on your head, or he married you legally, he paid everything, he did every right. Doesn't make you a property. Yes, you are not a property. Some men will be bragging. How dare you? How dare you say that you have bought someone? How can you? Can you actually buy someone? Can you buy? Like I said earlier on, you are only being a caretaker. That you approached her parents and you told the parents you like her, you want to marry her, and they handed her over to you. They didn't hand her over to you for you to molest her, for you to abuse her. They handed her over to you for you to care for her as a caretaker. And it is a big shame and a big slap for you to raise your hands on a woman. Now they say charity begins at home. It is now that we have that opportunity to train our male child. Yes, it started somewhere. You are seeing those attributes, those characters in them, and you did not make corrections as a parent, as a mother or father. You are seeing your son having such attribute, violence in him, anger in him. You did not make corrections. They will grow up to become a monster. That is how it starts. Those people today that actually are involved in such, in fact, they weren't born that way. Corrections weren't made. Proper corrections weren't made. Their parents never had time to correct them on some certain things they were doing while growing up. So some of them even saw their parents actually doing that, and they felt it is a normal thing for you to beat up your wife. Beating up your wife doesn't make you a real man. It even makes you less of a man. Beating up a woman doesn't make you a man. It doesn't add value to you. Where have you seen that they say all the men that have been beating up their wife come and take money? Where, please? It doesn't have value. Love that woman. If you love her, see, I don't know, but I don't think there's any woman that the husband will show so much love and respect to, and that woman will want to misbehave. I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think so. The number to call in again is 09047671338. I was even saying we are going to start with another line, but I couldn't do that. Maybe by next week, hopefully, we will introduce another line where you can call us and reach us at any time. Yes, we are going to do that by next week. I was actually thinking we will start that today, but apparently it's not possible. The number to call in again is 09047671338. Nobody is talking. Nobody is calling. Everybody is waiting for me to. Once I call my personal line now, you will see them calling. They will be calling to want to report. Do yourself good. For you to be married, it means you're matured enough to know good and bad. For you to be married, for you to be under a man, it means you're of age and you know good from bad. Now, it is not possible for you to be under such intense atmosphere where you are receiving punches every day and you are quiet, giving me excuse that is you are there because of your kids. Who says so? Who says that you can't take custody of your children? If you can prove that that man is a woman beater, I'm telling you, no judge will give custody to that kind of person. There is no judge that will give custody to that kind of a person that is violence. If you can prove that, your children will be given to you. Your children will be given to you. Full custody will be given to you. You need to voice out. You need to say something. You have family members around. Call them. Open up to them. Tell them what you're passing through in that marriage. Let them help you. If you don't voice out, who will help you? And if you don't voice out early, it might be too late. It might be too. See, there are some mistakes that we make that are detrimental, that are so deadly. Some mistakes that we can avert. Some mistakes that we can actually correct if we had taken any step further. We would have averted some calamities, we would have averted some mistakes. Please call your family members. No family will want to throw you away. Call them. Tell them what you're passing through. It is better to have a broken marriage than to be dead. I keep saying this. I am not in support of divorce. I can never be in support of divorce. But if a relationship is detrimental to your life, please leave that relationship. I wonder how some ladies who are not even married to men, who are still doing boyfriend and girlfriend, fiancé and fiancée, and that man is beating them up and they are quiet. You are still in that relationship. You are not even married. Your own is better. For you to run 440, run for your leg to be touching your forehead or to be touching your back. You can't run. You are in that relationship. You are telling me that you love him. I know I treated a lady's case here who is in a relationship. See, this one is more than even abusive relationship. The man is not married to her. He doesn't know her family members. He doesn't know anybody that is related to her. She is cohabiting with him and he beats her at will. He beats her at will. Sometimes I even feel he uses her to rehearse. Maybe he wants to become a wrestler or a boxer. How dare you? How dare you beat up someone's daughter? How dare you beat up someone's child? Please, for heaven's sake. Beating up a woman doesn't make you a man. It makes you less of a man. It even diminishes your right as a man. Beating up a man as a woman doesn't make you a woman. How does it even make you a woman in the first place? Wow, the studio line. Oh, I heard someone is saying the studio line is not on. Okay. The studio line. I'm wondering why phone calls are not coming in. Okay, the number you can call me. The studio line, they are trying it, is not working. Look at the message. The message you just sent to me now, Mr. Jasper. Okay, please call my personal line. Call my personal line. The number is 07036878937. Call my personal line. I will attend to you. Yeah, you see. That's why I keep saying we are going to. Hello. Hello? Yes, good evening, Mr. Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay, please just hold on. No wonder, I'm wondering, no call is coming in. Wow. Yes, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Mr. Jasper, go on. I just got your message now. I'm really sorry. I was wondering. Mm-hmm. No, don't beat him, Mr. Jasper. What you need to do is to arrest him. Just call the police on him. Mm-hmm. Ah, my God, my God, my God. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Into that same house. That's the problem. I think we need to raise a campaign. A campaign. I think I have to do that. We need to raise a campaign. Enough of the killing. Some men will even kill their wives and get away with it. Ah. Mm. Hmm. That is just there's nothing. And he will still be alive, serving his 10 sentence. Yes. Yes, he will still be alive, serving his sentence. He might be lucky enough to even receive presidential pardon. That's it. That is it. Thank you so much, Mr. Jasper. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think we need to raise a campaign. We need to raise a campaign. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling from? Okay, go on, Glory. Go on, please. You're welcome. Mm. The society. Mm. Mm. Your own head, yes. Hmm. Hmm. Mm. Trauma. Mm. Sometimes the women are even corpse walking. They are dead. They are just walking because they are totally down. Mm. Mm. Yes. Some of aside officers, some of them they are pastors' wives. They can't say, yes, they will be. I know of a pastor's wife. I know of a pastor's wife that the husband punched her. During Sunday service, she wore goggle because the eyes were swollen. Yes, she had to confide in me. I know. See, it is high time we take the bull by the horn. Enough of the... Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Ma. I think we will continue this topic on Thursday. I will take this topic throughout Wednesday and Thursday. Yes, I'll take this topic throughout. So you can call in because I have here a few more minutes in the studio. Now, someone sent me a message. He said, DJ Y, he said, we can't hear you. You can't hear your caller. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really sorry for that. That's just it. I don't know what we can do about that. But we will continue this topic by God's grace on Wednesday. If God's willing, I'm around, we will take this same topic. We will actually I don't know if I can just open the phone line. I will just mention the topic and open the phone lines for people to call in. I think that's what I will do. That's what I will do. I'm promising to do that on Wednesday and on Thursday so that I can hear people, because enough of the keeping quiet, sister. Please, your keeping quiet will not help you. Speak out. Speak out, please. Now, if you want to call me personally, you have something you want to share with me personally, please call me on 07036878937. I'll take that number again. 07036878937. You can reach me personally on that line. Send me a message or send me an Instagram message on Esther Usetim. Instagram message on Esther Usetim. I can't take calls again in the studio, but I'm going to definitely attend to you. I'm going to take these calls after my program. Thank you so much. This is the best I can take on this edition of the program, Family Circle. Please, if you know someone that beats up his wife, all you need to do is to call the police on that person. By saving that life. If you do that, you are saving that life, and you are saving those children from being homeless or not having mother at all. Thank you so much, and God bless you.